Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about my first experience in G Lobbies 500. So you may be asking, what is G Lobbies? Well, G Lobbies is this series owned by Gary Owen, also known as Going on YouTube, and he was polite enough to be able to set up this event, about like 75-ish lap race, maybe 80, and I just so happened to be able to find his Discord, join, and be able to communicate with Benjamin Walker and Michael Gregory, which we'll see later on in the video. What you're about to see in the next 30 minutes is going to be pretty special. Some of the moves I make, you're going to question me, how am I actually a D-class driver in this race? All I gotta say is that you just gotta wait and find out. So without further ado, let's get right into the action.
Let's get this race ready to go here from Daytona. Today it's our time where we get to pick somebody. So, looking at this grid, we got a whole lot of names in here, about 25 of them to choose from. What do you think? Who are you going to choose to win this race? I'll let you have pick number one.
Well, we've seen
Well, here we are then, rolling off P16. Didn't set the fastest time. I actually messed up my second lap. I accidentally ran the top of 1 and 2 when I was supposed to be running the bottom of the track. So that's probably why I qualified 16th when I probably shouldn't have, but yeah, a lot of nerves going into my first race with, you know, the whole context, me being like the lowest ranked racer amongst everyone else who's like C class and above, so the nerves were definitely high for me. Just to really, you know, get a solid finish and not do anything stupid and not make an ass out of myself. So without further ado, let's get right into the start of the race.
Absolutely, I really can't disagree with Jay. Here's the pace car is going to pull off the leader. Has no restart rules. He can go whenever he feels fit. As soon as that pace car does that right there, it is pulled off, and Chase Schaffer is in control for the start here from Daytona for the G Lobbies. Daytona 500 here now.
I don't recommend going 3 wide. I don't recommend going 3 wide because it'll just slow you down multiple seconds.
They're 3 wide already. Joseph Armstrong said fuck that noise.
I mean, saying 5 laps isn't actually that much at Daytona.
So right off the start, I really did not have any expectations of being remotely fast or knowing what to do in certain situations, so I just did whatever I could as it came to me kind of mentality. Just do whatever felt natural. But it didn't take long until our first incident of the race.
He's done a great job so far this first lap of managing both lanes. Next, there's going to be a spin in the back. Just a couple of cars. We should keep it green. But you already saw there, already lap 1 coming out of turn 4. A little bit of, I think, potentially a car getting loose or something. Or
got in the wall. Got in the wall and corrected.
Got in the wall, okay. And yeah, it created contact between a couple of drivers, but
later. Up on the exit of the corners, they get into the wall, and then you just hope that they don't pull it off the wall too hard, but sometimes it does happen just with the way the car drives. Now, Demos!
Oh, Demos! Oh, Schaefer!
Already here in the Daytona 500 for the G Lobbies. What was that? Now his other cars are going to come piling in. That's multiple casualties. Demos might have just done himself a huge favor by avoiding that going down towards the pit lane.
And that is the first wreck I avoided today. I'm not going to say how many I avoided today, but thoughts after this, I just couldn't even believe I made it through. I thought it was the coolest thing ever that I made it through a big wreck like that. Not before long, we get ready for the next green flag restart.
Now, as it's Duncan O'Connor in command, you got Joseph up here in the mix. Will Byers, Joseph Armstrong as well, and the rest of the pack behind here of about 25 cars as they go down into turn 1. Very even right now between the 2 lanes there. Jay, we just saw, of course, drivers clean themselves out already here in the opening laps, and we've already got a 3 wide move. Exactly what I was talking about they really don't want to be doing here early on in this race.
So after this restart, I made a decision. I'm just going to ride this out for a couple laps, see what it's like to be up front, and then eventually drop to the back as I saw the guy behind me drop. So I was like, you know what, it's not really worth it trying to, you know, race hard up front. I don't know how to push correctly. I don't know how to, you know, I wasn't very confident in myself in pushing someone else. I felt fine getting pushed by someone else, but I didn't feel like I was a good enough pusher to someone in front of me, so I was like, I'm just gonna ride this out, see what it's like to be up front, test the waters a little bit, and if I don't like it, then I'll just drop to the back.
drivers now as we exit turn 2. And there we see one car bail out there, and that's the number 24 of Maximus Molina. Jay,
And with that decision, that would actually be, turn out pretty beneficial as I eventually lost the draft, and eventually that decision actually played out well in the long run, as you see here. The reason why.
Change in the engine, and you immediately start gaining a ton of speed, so the runs happen quick. And actually, there's a
oh, there they go.
And that's going to be several cars. That's going to create our second caution of the day. The O's in the second group got it right.
And
so with that wreck, this was my first interaction with, you know, trying to get past other wrecked cars by the time the caution came out. So I was like, do I check up? Do I slow down? Do I blow right past them? So I was just like, what do I do? But it didn't take long until I made the probably biggest mistake you can make as a race car driver.
Now. Don't need to take fuel right now.
Oh no, I just threw my engine. Because it shifted to first gear by accident.
You don't shift to first gear in caution.
At this point, I thought my race was over. I thought it was done. I had to get it towed back. It took about like 7 minutes for get it towed back and then repaired and everything. And the whole shebang. But I only wound up losing a lap, which shocked me. But definitely one of the dumbest moves I've ever made. But thankfully, it didn't take too long for me to get my lap back.
With this product here with iRacing in this package, it's really inevitable that they're going to have accidents because, like we said, there it is, speaking of it. Just like that, there we go, 2, 3 cars in the background. Moss Teller, he gets a piece of it, and the caution will fly again from Daytona. Now a 3-car incident here. Somehow they keep it small.
Just like that, the guys in the lead pack wrecked again. And here you see my slow ass coming through, not knowing what to do because I go right past him and I was like, wait, it's telling me to slow down and wait for him. And then all of a sudden the 88 just door checks me for no reason. That gives me damage. But I didn't decide to pit because I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal with like the damage that I got. But it wound up actually being a pretty big issue because I wasn't able to cling on to the draft at all. And basically it was like down on power essentially, but it was just the aerodynamic damage. But I was able to get my lap back last caution, and now sit 14th, or about 14th, for this restart.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pace cars off. We are back underway with Matt O'Brien, Duncan O'Connor here leading the way. Jay, we are not surprised immediately to see Matt O'Brien pull up to the top there in front of Duncan O'Connor. I would expect to see these two attempt to work together right to the very end of this race if possible. A lot of damage, but if you've got a car that can still at least suck up in the draft, as that happens, around goes Lol, around goes the 20, around goes the 11 as well. The caution's gonna fly here for the 4th time tonight.
And once again, I got lucky, just by circumstances, see me come into the picture, just checking up, that I was in the back and not with the lead pack because of my aerodynamic damage. So this was a caution that I decided, like, you know what, it's time to address this issue and just come in and repair my right front damage. But as you see here on this replay, I accidentally overshot my pit box just a tad bit. This is due in part because I don't have any experience getting into my pit stall at any track. So because most of the races I do don't really require pit stops, so this being a pit stop that I had to do, I wasn't prepared for it. And as you see here in the replay, it actually does not repair my damage at all. Doesn't look like it fixed the damage at all. But I had like 7 or a couple of seconds of optional repairs that I took during this caution, but as the saying goes, cautions breed cautions.
Oh, Marcelo! You got the 25. What are you doing? Oh, there it is. That's gonna be.
For my memory for this wreck was pretty vivid, but I just remember being in shock and how I made it through that and how lucky I got. Most importantly, because I should not have made it to that wreck clean, and I guess I was just in the right spot at the right time. And I actually got Gary Owen to stream my POV, and yeah, here it is for you.
Oh, he is right in the line of fire. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Very fortunate he is. Oh my. That is Maximus Molina right there that was just barely able to escape impending doom, basically. And wow, what a moment for him. And that keeps him with a clean car for the most part. A little bit of right side damage there, as you can see on that front fender.
And at this moment, I was like, I gotta have some kind of golden horseshoe stuck up my ass, because there's no way I was able to, like, hold the steering wheel straight and make it through that, because most wrecks, I usually just steer towards them. But, I was thinking that I had, like, Michael Cozy Jr. Super Speedway kind of luck, and thought I was gonna pull off like a Firecracker 400 the way he did last year. But it actually got a lot more interesting not too far down the road.
Ha ha ha. He's gonna take off right away. Maybe not the greatest.
I see what you did there.
Of this race, but we've seen him be ultra aggressive here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see that once again with him out front.
And he gave himself a massive amount of room to the two cars behind him, both of them taking traffic behind him. Jesus.
Good move, Ben.
Wow, that was awkward.
I make crazy moves most of the time. You're fine. You can push me.
Once again, you see already 3 wide middle aggression there from the
Turn me, I don't care.
in the middle, that mobile one machine hater. Oh, he's going to jump to the outside. He's got some damage there. He still, I believe, has 1 fast repair remaining. He's going to be in behind Benjamin Walker. We're seeing some drivers, of course,
wrecking.
at this point to just kind of deal with the damage. Irvin loses it, and that's
Yeah.
a huge for Irvin. And up and over.
Where's the
goes Joseph.
There's the yellow.
And of course,
We're three.
Oh, boy. Yeah, the good caution came out. I don't know how I missed that wreck.
And just like that, I am leading this race. Unbelievable. I still can't get over the fact that I was able to make the right moves at the right time to get the lead at this point in the race. And so I don't even know what to do. I mean, when it came to the restart, I just went when the lights went.
Wow, and he shoved you.
I could not get a start there.
And at this point, what was running through my head is that I'm just going to protect the bottom. I'm not going to even try to block, because I'm just glad that I'm even able to lead a lap in this race. And so Armstrong had a run behind me. He was pushing me through the corner, but then he had another run and wound up going to the outside. But I was just perfectly content just holding the bottom as long as I could.
I'm just going to hold the bottom. I'm not going to try and block or anything.
So right here, I'm trying to relay to Benjamin Walker if I'm okay to push him, but then he takes the run in the middle, and we go 3 wide here.
Push you, Ben? Oh, never mind. We're 3.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all are like 3, almost 4.
Yeah, this is crazy back here.
All good. Next turn, just go high.
Can I pass underneath the double yellow?
Yeah. I mean, you can pass.
Okay, I was like, oh my gosh. LePage.
Wow.
LePage for the ages.
Alright, can we kick that 18?
And just like that, you see things calm down a little bit, but it's not going to stay like that for long. It's crazy with how quick things can pick up here in Daytona now, as they are in a single file train for the time being. We got a car in the grass. He just wrecked back onto the track and just caused an accident. Oh my goodness. That right there will be a disqualification.
So now things couldn't get any more crazier. We just had someone LePage the field, and I somehow miss another wreck. I don't know how I continued to miss all these wrecks. I still don't know today, like 5 days after, I still don't understand how I managed to miss all these wrecks. And at this point, I'm in just straight denial. I cannot even, like, begin to fathom. I was flabbergasted. I was just confused how I was able to miss these wrecks so far. I felt like I literally had like a bubble, like a protective bubble around my car. Like the way I go through these wrecks and just like never lift, basically. It's just like almost as if I'm protected by some iracing angels.
I think that was worse than LePage in real life.
Yeah.
A reenactment?
Yeah.
Joseph Jara.
Alright, here we go. Good luck, you guys.
I am going on green. Green.
Just about wrecked up here, dude. Throwing big, meaty blocks.
Yeah, I mean, that is Joseph.
Little note
That was me at
is that I still have 2 fast repairs to spare. So I could have just, gone balls to the wall, be reckless as possible, but I decided not to. I didn't really want to, I don't really want myself to become like a menace to this, to these guys, and not have anyone to work with in future races. I just like, I'm just gonna ride. I'm not gonna really force anything. I'm just, you know, I'm just content as can be. I'm just loyal as a puppy. And as you see right here, just moments later, I make a move for basically a second place on the inside line as Joseph just peeks out just barely from pushing the number 17 car, and I was able to stick my nose underneath him and pass him there for second place on the inside lane. And I try and bump draft the 17, and like I said earlier, I'm not an expert at this yet, so still got a lot of work to do.
I don't like bump drafting in the corners, like me bumping someone. I feel like I'm gonna wreck them.
And notice how I'm not making like any questionable moves, any really big, huge, oh my gosh, wow kind of moves. I'm just taking them as they come to me.
Then I don't know what happened because I got nailed in the back and it turned me. I had nothing I could do. Sorry, that 56.
I made a mistake this time, staying back as I say it.
Joseph.
Joseph's
They're
gonna go around, and it's gonna be a multiple car accident. There's
Michael,
still cars
check
coming,
up,
so I'm gonna
you
hold
don't want
caution.
full draw field.
I feel like that might have been partially my fault. I don't know. Because the 20 had a run on me, and then he went to like my outside, and then he kind of walled himself.
Now we're coming up to 20 laps to go as soon as the pace car hits the pit road. And needless to say, the intensity is going to ramp up here in just a second. As you see, drivers make a lot more daring moves.
Oh, Armstrong again being aggressive, and somehow it doesn't lead into an accident there as he kind of bullied his way through, and he's continuing to do it there.
And actually keep it straight. Wow, nice job, everybody. Armstrong being aggressive, perhaps a little bit too much there, and Demos.
O'Brien.
Demos blocking, O'Brien going with him.
So at this point, I told Michael Gregory, the guy in the orange car right in front of me, that I'm gonna stick with him. So I have his back. He's gonna be my eyes. I'm gonna be the eyes of the back of his head for him. So we're just gonna be working together, hang back, and see what happens, basically.
Maybe going into the final lap, they want to kind of look at trying to hook up and bump draft and do a tandem as we see everybody. Wow, what a move right there.
What? Oh my God, that was amazing to see. You saw him go down the back straightaway. Joseph and Matt O'Brien there, they had huge momentum. They went down. I noticed it. I saw it in the mirror. I saw the pack coming from behind.
I hit too, don't worry.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, man.
It's a terrible reaction.
Yeah, you're good.
Now look up your bump.
We all kept it steady because we can take pushes like goats we are. Just fall in. Be good.
I'll probably have damage though.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Oh, we got a huge lead on them. I keep pushing you. Me and Demos.
Look at the separation. Wow. Oh, man. Yes,
Just
he
one
did.
side sucking me.
By him.
Alright, I'll go around.
And we keep it green because of that.
Alright, that works. Thanks. We're losing so much time to that lead.
And at this point, fuel is starting to become a factor in whether who can make it and who can't.
Dude, I barely have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Back off here, Drew, just so I can get some air.
Reckon.
There they go.
Behind.
It's going to be a multi-car incident here in Daytona.
It's gotta be a caution. Huge wreck. Holy hell.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Alright.
What?
I gotta save immediately because I had like half a lap, I think.
I mean,
And with
you
that
got
caution,
here with 10
now the nerves are starting to
for it,
kick
I guess.
in. Now you're trying to decide if, should I go for it? Should I try and make my way through the front? Or should I stay content and hope for another caution? Which there might be.
'cause you think about it.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to figure out if I should stay back with Michael here or go up to the front with him. And not to mention, the wreck was right behind me again. It seems like every wreck is around me, no matter where I'm at.
These nearly money
But
shift.
these last 10 laps are going to be the craziest 10 laps I have probably driven.
I don't really know. Go.
As a green flag is back out, 10 laps to go from the G
that's not
Lobbies
worth it, dude.
Daytona 500 here at Daytona International Speedway. Now under the lights here as the temperatures have cooled as we go down into turn 1. That 87 Mosteller going to get a nice little push.
You gonna drop down low, Michael?
Nah, I'm just gonna try to get him to pull past me so I can be behind him. Now we're good. Alright, now I'm just gonna play your eyes, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be your
For
rear
example,
bumper.
they are already 3 wide checking up inside. I'm going outside.
Alright.
Ben is the leader.
And this is the part that I really gotta give props to Michael for helping me out with, is just understanding how to see where the runs are coming from and where to go at the right time, because without him, you know, saying all these things and me like taking note, I wouldn't like have gained any knowledge from this race if it weren't for him. So I gotta give big props to him for helping me out in this race.
Going 3 wide?
Yeah.
You're in the middle. You're in the middle.
Yeah.
You're clear up top.
Tail line.
Kind of. Alright, I'm stuck in the middle.
Now, since I accidentally got myself in 3 wide right here, I wanted to clear down right there, but then I was like, you know, I'm just gonna wait for him to pass by and then drop down. But I thought, you know, our time with Michael was over until I reunite with him later down the road towards the end of this race. But I don't think I could have expected this happening right in front of me.
I got 4 cents. I honestly don't know why we can't check up for anything. Sorry.
We saw Walker pull down and cross the 87, and he makes contact with the 20 of Drew Jawa, and they're gonna keep it going in the right direction for the time being. And oh my goodness, they save it.
Keep it still going.
Still green from Daytona, and that has caused a lot more calmness right up at the front. So it's gonna take a minute here for the.
We're good, we're good.
Your front end's gone, Michael.
Mine is.
At least on my screen, like there's no front bumper.
I mean,
I've still
Mine
got
at
the
first
speed
was
and
not
draft,
even
so it's
lifting.
okay.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he could easily tell.
So now
Ben,
I've
who cut
lost
you off?
the guy that
It wasn't
I was
him
most
cutting
looking
me
forward
off.
to
It was because
keep
this
working
one
with,
person
but
behind me was
his front end's
just
gone. He's
pushing
down on
constantly and not lifting.
cylinder, or he's down on power and aerodynamics. So I'm just really gonna be clinging on
need a
to the 10
caution.
and 92 right here.
Yeah,
Just
my
hope for a
car's
caution,
absolutely-
basically.
There's always that one person that goes,
I
I'm
got a
gonna
massive
shut
run,
up
holy
there."
hell. Dang it, they
Scores.
kept down in front of me.
Whoever, I think it was a 21 or something. It was
Yep.
some, because it was like this yellow Toyota that was constantly pushing me. I mean, that's how every Gary
Demos just got
race
turned, I
is.
think.
What happened?
Yeah,
Now the
Demos
laps
got
are ticking
turned.
by,
Single
and
car,
we are
though.
down to 2 laps to go. And at
No,
this
it's
point,
probably-
I am
they're
just
gonna
like,
all wait till the final lap and
I either
all
gotta
wreck.
make a move here,
Hayden.
or they're gonna wreck.
Hayden's up there.
I mean,
Joseph,
something's gotta
Joseph,
happen.
Riley
There's no way we're
Marylebone,
coming back around and finish this race
Sam and
without
Scores are
like
all
a
in
green
that
white
front
checkered.
pack.
And I'd make a move right
Yeah,
here and
definitely no caution
didn't
there.
stick really because I didn't have any drafting help from behind. And I saw they're getting
I mean,
really
it's just
squirrely right
annoying
there.
when half these people don't want to lift for their check.
Well, they look like they want to wreck right now. Let me tell you.
Get off the track, please.
They're wrecking.
Oh my god.
Wait, how far were you to the line?
I don't know, but we wrecked coming like the short shoot.
As we exit turn 4, I really hope, oh, there it is, it's going to be an accident, and the caution's going to fly, and that's going to force overtime, and thank goodness that 56, I was hoping he was going to get out of the way. I don't know if he was going to, but
I
it
don't think
doesn't
he
matter.
was.
We're going to overtime, moments, we're talking meters before the white flag, the caution flies. Oh my goodness.
It's either we wreck or we
I mean, this race
finish
has
top
been
5, hopefully.
fun at some points. It's just been
see.
pacing mostly.
Command, and somehow after all of this mess,
Let me
Hayden
up,
also
let me
finds
up.
himself
Yep,
up
yep,
front.
yep.
And Jay,
Come.
I mean, already we see a
Clear,
really
clear,
good
go.
launch for him, and
Damn, they
O'Brien
all went to the
is seeing
bottom.
a little bit
On
of
the outside.
disorganization, but I mean, we
I do
know
have
the
help from
momentum
behind,
and
though.
these lanes are going to be moving by the time we get to this final lap.
Yeah, this may not be the worst thing in the world of the old package. It's a bad thing, but there's a big group right now, and actually, you know, just as soon as I mentioned it,
Well, it's just
Lamont,
that
Demos,
getting my
and
lap back.
Benjamin Walker there, they're all
You
together
don't
up
walk
in the
like
outside
that.
lane.
You just
They are
kill our
moving,
whole
they're trying to
line.
make something going here. Joseph Armstrong
Is that
Now
me?
we have no
Sorry.
speed. Yeah.
So they got to get going if they're going to go anywhere. They got to do it right now, and the momentum swings are going to be huge here.
And look at O'Brien.
Turns.
Oh, there they go.
24, and they're gonna
It's going to be
crash.
a huge accident, the big one, the biggest one of the night. And that's crazy to say. That's only a good 6 or 7 cars, but still the biggest crash we've seen all night. It's going to be a second attempt at overtime. Demos for sure has no fast repairs remaining now, and his front bumper is torn right off of his car here.
I just got turned.
Yep.
Yep. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Just like that, our night is over. At least I thought it was. I had saved one extra fast repair just in case something like this would happen, and that proved to be clutch in this situation. So I was able to wheel it back to the pit road and take that last fast repair and still keep it in contention for a potential top 5 or a race victory. As you see right here, this is one of my first block, and jumbled them all up behind me, and then you see the 23 get another run at me, and you're going to see right here, he's going to hit me so hard that it moves me to the left, and then when he comes back to bump me, he hooks me in the right rear into the wall. So more or less a racing incident. We both did something to contribute to that wreck. Unfortunately, took some really good cars out, along with Michael and Benjamin Walker, but since Mikey got taken out, I asked him if he'd be okay spotting for me in this last restart of the race, and he thankfully kindly obliged to it. So this last restart, you're going to hear him in my ear talking me through which lines had the most energy and had the biggest runs to get me to the front as fast as possible.
In
I'm the
command
number
for what
24
could be
Sharpie.
the final restart, second attempt at overtime. He jumps up immediately there. No rule against that in G Lobbies. That is completely legal to switch your lane before the start-finish line. And Jay, you're seeing some cars in the background with some damage. They are really struggling to get going. And Riley Marabello, who's got a good car, I mean, somehow didn't get going either, actually.
Yeah, there's a bit of separation again.
You got one outside of you. 51 is going to try to slide in. Yep.
You're seeing them already.
They're going to have a big run.
They're gonna have a big run, and Demos in the back of that. We'll have to wait and see.
Everybody's single file. They're just single filed out. You just got to go with everybody that goes.
Easy. We're gonna go to the outside here.
If we keep this thing green, this group is gonna have a whole lot of momentum towards the front of this pack.
O'Brien.
Just follow them. Follow them.
Scores gets hung out there by Cooper Glick.
Follow Armstrong in the 11. Follow Armstrong. Follow Armstrong. Follow Armstrong.
So he's hoping that everybody crashes.
All right.
As they
Low,
make
low,
it to
low.
the white flag. No cautions. O'Brien and Lal lead the way.
Go
1-2
middle.
now,
Yep.
and we're
Yep.
seeing that
Ooh.
17
Stay in it. In it. Up. High. Go high.
You know exactly what's happening.
Stay in that draft.
He is trying to time it perfect to hang him out on the exit of turn 4.
Keep on the gas. Keep on the gas. Keep on the gas. Keep on the gas. Go low. Yep. You're good. Clear up. Clear up. Follow that draft. Follow that draft off. Oh, Cooper cucked you, blocked you like that. Keep in it. Just follow the draft. Follow the draft. Got a run coming to you. Stay low.
Armstrong tucked in behind with Will Byers in the mix. He's going to get connected with Armstrong. And there's Marabello.
They just made a move for the lead. They might wreck. Stay in it. They might wreck. Armstrong's got it. They wrecked behind you. Armstrong just got dumped.
Will Byers, I believe, wins. Yes,
And you finished 6th. Nice.
Thank you.
And how did Armstrong not clean out everybody right there? Oh my.
Thanks for the spot, dude. Appreciate it. Really do.
Yeah, no worries, man. You probably should have got top 5 because Armstrong got wrecked into pits, but
Who do they interview? Like top 3?
I think the winner.
Hey, Demos, you
Oh,
want to
okay.
do something fun?
It's.
Yeah, I wish the 00 didn't block me like that.
Yeah, if Cooper didn't block you, but
I mean, I would have done the same thing, to be honest.
I don't know if I really did anything wrong here.
that's what happened, man. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
People are gonna block like that.
It's just plate
But-
racing.
And that was good, man. Solid.
Aside from wrecking the whole field and that.
Yeah, I watched it again. You just got it was just a hard bump to your bumper, and you just didn't hold it. It was whatever. That should happen. That's probably the hardest. That was the hardest push you got all day, and it was coming late in the race. It's just, it was bound to happen. You can't sweat on that though.
Although it didn't form into a win, it sure as hell felt like it. I mean, like I said earlier, being the only D-class racer in the lobby, finishing 6th was pretty insane for me. Because I felt like I was racing a damn Daytona 500 with this race, and with these with the guys I was racing around with. But I probably should have gotten the 5th place, like Mikey said. But I'll take what I can get. Definitely had a lot of fun. It was a really cool experience to race with these guys, and definitely a learning experience for me, to say the least. But nonetheless, I figured I'd make this video not because it's like, you know, the biggest event on iRacing, but just because, one, it was fun, two, I feel like it'd be a pretty cool story to tell you guys that me being a noob somehow came out with a top 6 with B, C, and A class drivers. So, in closing, I just want to give a big thank you to Mikey for helping me spot at the end. Thank you for Gary Owen for putting up this awesome lobby. And thank you guys for watching my video and subscribing down below. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.
I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl. It makes me